Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Um, just about every year I do this video, about me moving out of Charlotte, and every year, of course, I stay. But this particular time, man, it's different. I'm not gonna even lie. So for those that don't know, I've been I've been going out into the country, you know, these past few weeks. And what I mean by country, like country, like rural area, like cows, chicken, farms and all that stuff. And I can tell you, man, I've been going out in that area, in those areas, as well as, YMCA's are everywhere. So I've been going out there to different gyms and stuff like that. And yo, man, I'm not gonna even lie. I like it. I like being out there in the country. I'm not gonna even lie. And I can honestly say that when the end of my lease is up, I'm out. I'm done with Charlotte. Done. It's a wrap for me. And it's funny that I finally made this decision, and I truly mean it. Like, I'm not even making this up. I am literally done. You know what I mean? Like, once I move out, I'll let you all know. When I move, and I'll show you all the new place. That's how we gonna do it. The reason why is because, I've seen Charlotte morph into this new city that I can't even identify with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just overall done with the city, period. I'm like city life, period. Like, I'm done with, New York. I'm just done with the whole city life, period. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be out there in a country where I could be more independent. I want to be out there in a country where I can be able to save more money. Like, I remember when I was younger, for real. Like, when I was in my early 20s, I hated the South. Even though I lived in the South, I hated it. And that's the reason why, I would go back and forth. Living in the South and then living in the North. And living in the South and living in the North. Living in the South and living in the North. But for the most part, I hated the South. What kept me from living in the North, for the rest of my life, it's crazy. I've always had this war with myself inside my head. I'm born in New York, and I've lived in New York. I got family in New York and all the rest of that stuff. That is like my genesis of my life. It's the genesis of my life, me being born in New York and living there. And then moving to the South. And now that I've been in the South, I've went to school here. I have family here. So it's like, throughout all my years, I've been battling with myself. And finally, I've came to the conclusion that I don't want to deal with the North anymore. I don't want to deal with the city life. I don't want none of that. None of it. And I know some of y'all, this is not a surprise. I talk about stuff that you can't do within Charlotte city limits. You can't do the stuff that I'm talking about doing in these communities that's ran by the HOA police. Real talk, I cannot put a farm or put a garden out in my backyard. I'm talking about a serious, not a garden. A garden is small. I'm talking about a farm. I'm talking about seriously, like, growing my own food. I can't do that. And no HOA police community, or I say a community that is ran by the HOA police. I can't do that. It's so many things that I want to do, and throughout these past years, I've been inspired by so many people. At first, I thought I couldn't do it, but now I'm literally seeing people living out my dream. Yeah, man. All things are possible, and I know I'm getting the hell up out of these major cities, because that's another thing. It's dangerous. The violence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I'm gonna keep it, man. Boy, I'm gonna be so real on this video till it don't make no sense. Like, yo, man, seriously, when Pretty Ricky introduced me to a, you know, the gun world, you know, I was geeked. I was excited. You know what I'm saying? We went to the range and I let off, you know, shot off that AR-15 for the first time. You know, I was excited when I got my first firearm. And then the second and the third one, and you know what I'm saying? But now it's like a firearm or a gun is a gun. And I don't want to carry it around anymore. I don't want to have to go anywhere where I have to carry a gun. I don't want to have to be anywhere where I have to worry about my life. When I'm out in the country, these little strip malls that they have, you know, where it's crazy. Like in the country, they have it where, like, wherever you go, you know, that the strip mall, well, it's really not a strip mall, but the area that where, you know, they buy stuff at, everything is like in that one little, cluttered in that one area. So you got the movie theater there, the grocery store, and the gas station, Target, Walmart, all that stuff. I used to be that one. Man, look at these country people, man. They ain't got shit to do but just sit in the parking lot, play some damn music, and talk to one another. That shit is boring. There's no way in the hell I would want to live out in the country. Look what they doing as a form of entertainment. But now I see it in a different light, in a different way. And that is, look at all these people cluttered in one area, and there's no guns, there's no violence, there's no fights, there's no one arguing, there's no one cursing at each other, there's no one stabbing each other, there's no horns beeping, there's not a bunch of loud ass noise and music playing everywhere, multiple cars, loud ass music, there's no fire trucks and cop cars going back and forth. Man, please, miss me with that. I want to be in that type of environment. And being that we've been so distracted in life, you know, with Netflix and cell phones and movies and all types of stuff, you know, gadgets and you know, just overall technology. You know, it's something simple as that we stray away from. Something simple as just meeting up with one of your friends at a parking lot and having a conversation and just joking and laughing. We oftentimes neglect the simple things in life, man. Just having a regular chit chat. You know what I'm saying? No drugs, no violence. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinking about shooting and killing each other. That's the type of environment I want to be in. And then when you're out in the country like that, the vast majority of people, the reason why there's no crime, the reason why there's no violence is because the vast majority of people are hardworking people out there that look out for one another. They're not what the Democrats, you know, try to get us to believe that they were or that they are. You know, those country bumpkins out in there in the country, you know, they racist. They don't like black people. You know, all of them are KKK members, Ku Klux Klan. See, Democrats be telling all of them lies. Man, I'm changing so much till it doesn't make sense, man. Man, at times I wake up and I'm like, I look in the mirror and it's like, I can't even sometimes I can't even identify that as me in a positive way though, because my take on life has changed so much, for real. And the reason why is I've been graced with wisdom, man. When you get older, you get wise. You know what I'm saying? And I made a promise. Matter of fact, I took an oath to myself that I wasn't gonna grow up to be an old fool. Real talk. I see the advantages towards living out in the country, and I want in. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't just pack up right now and leave, but I know that when it's my time to go, I'm out of here. Real talk. Believe it or not, yeah, true indeed. I was born in New York, and I've lived in New York, and got family in New York, and all the rest of that stuff. And I know some of you all will technically say I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? I would say I'm a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? Half New York, other half north, half south. But for the most part, man, I'm a southern boy by nature. Real talk. When I get out there in that country, woo, man, once I get everything set up the way that I want it, please, I'm going to have four-wheelers, dirt bikes, I'm going to have a pool, I'm going to have a sauna, steam room, hot tub. I'm having it all decked. My house, my yard, all that shit, my whole land, all of it's going to be decked out exactly how I want it. Straight up. I ain't gonna have to worry about no goddamn neighbors, because my next door neighbor, it won't be no next door neighbor. My next door neighbor will be a raccoon, a possum, or something like that. Like, man, I'm just tired of living. Like, I live in this community, man, and basically we live on top of each other. The way that Charlotte are building the way the developers are in Charlotte are building these communities nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The houses are right beside each other. You're not getting but so much land. Yeah, true indeed, I got a front and yard and a backyard, but it's not but so much. Trust me, I'm not really breaking too much of a sweat when I'm cutting my grass. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, the country may not be for some people. You know, the city life may be for you. And to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not encouraging. The purpose or the reason why I'm doing this video is to let you all know what I'm doing, as well as to let you all know that, you know what I'm saying, that this whole South or in the country thing, where people are slow and they don't know nothing and they retarded and they backwards and this and that and so forth, it's all a myth. It's all a lie. I know. Are there racist people out in the country? Yes. But there are racist people everywhere. Please. I used to live in Glen Clove, Long Island. And Long Island is one of the most racist places that you can ever imagine to live in. But yeah, man, I mean, the people that I've met while hanging out in the country, man, some good people, intelligent. I've learned a lot, and I can tell you that now that my eyes have been exposed to so much, it's like, man, I would be a fool to live in any major city limits. Anyone. I'll be a goddamn fool. No lie. And it's just not in me. It's not my personality. Like, my personality is it's all about being independent. And out there in the country, I could do whatever the hell I want to do. Man, that's like, it's like, yo, like, the out in the country is the cake, and I'm the fat kid. No lie, man. You mean to tell me I can do whatever I want to do? Oh, I am. Yeah, man. I just want a peace of mind. And I know that being out in the country, it'll give it to me. I'm tired of having to watch my back everywhere I go. I'm tired of being in the city and hearing about inflation, hyperinflation, and we're gonna have to go up on the prices and this and that and so forth. When I'm living out in the country, true indeed, it's gonna take some time. Now, listen, let me tell you something. I know good and goddamn well, creating a farm is not easy. That's real talk. And I'm straight up, real talk. I'm accustomed to hard work. So I'm willing to get in, literally put my hands in the dirt to make that happen. That's real talk. So I know it's not going to be an easy thing. I know it's not. But you got to understand, like, I'm like a kid in a candy store, man. Like, man, I'm willing to put in the work, man. That excites me, man. That excites me. I'm putting things in my mind together as we speak. Like, you mean to tell me, for now, that is a solution to get away from the chaos? Like, once you become totally independent, straight up, that's real talk. You ain't got to worry about whatever the fuck everybody else is doing. You ain't got to worry about the robots and automation and all of that. To me, in my opinion, the real solution to everything that's going on in today's society is to be totally autonomous, independent, and sovereign. Real talk. Go out there in a country and build your own nation. Form your own government. Police your own self. That's real talk. Some people, and I'm about to do a video about it. I'm gonna probably put it on the new, the old channel. But some people are wondering, well, how in the world did you become a become a cult member and being involved in that cult called Nuwaubians? Well, it was easy. It wasn't difficult. It's two reasons. One is I needed direction. I didn't have a father in my house. My mom's was there to raise me. She damn for sure wasn't a man. So I needed a father figure in my life to help turn me into a man. Dwight York was there for that. The second thing I needed was love, community. I needed to be a part of something. The Nuwaubian organization, or rather cult, provided that. I'm going to provide the same thing that the Nuwaubians and Dwight provided to me, to my children. No, I'm not going to turn my house into a cult, and it's going to be a compound and all of it. No, I'm telling you that I'm going to raise my children the right way. In order to do that, you know what I mean? I'm going to make sure that I have everything available for them at their disposal, at their home. At their home. In other words, we got to get a grip on our children. Got to turn off that TV. turn off that internet and start literally educating them, directing them, leading them in the right direction. Because if you don't do it, guess what? Well, we already know television is doing it. Television is educating your children. The internet is educating your children. Social media such as YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and the likes is educating your children. We gotta get back to the natural way of living. And it's a shame that I have to do a video reminding people that this is our natural way of living. And that is going back to nature. Not these major cities that peep game, that now they're calling them smart cities. So people that live out of the smart cities, that live out in the country, are dumb? Huh? Oh, y'all don't know what's in store for you all in these smart cities. Man, that's another conversation. Yo, you could call me a country bumpkin. You could call me, ass backward. You could call me all of the names that you call those people out in the boondocks. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be one of them. For real. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. And guess what? Not only do they know what's going on, they're prepared for the worst.